Hey guys, what's good? Mike here, Laker Talk. Just got finished watching Lakers versus Nuggets. Lakers beat the Nuggets in the third preseason game, 124-115. D'Angelo goes off for 33 points. Lou Williams goes off for 25. Swaggy P had a decent game. Julius Randle had a decent game. Let's talk about it. Let's recap some of the high points, things we can learn from this game, and some of the takeaways. Progress, right? Baby steps. It doesn't matter if you win or lose in these preseason games, but you just want to build on the good things and learn from your mistakes. This game started off it was like 8-4 early on, and you can tell D'Angelo Russell took it upon himself, just like my last video and just like the second game I was talking about. You can see D'Angelo took it upon himself to say, I'm going to put the Lakers on my back and I'm going to score, right? He needed to do that a lot the second game because he had a poor first game, in my opinion. This game, he came out shooting. And I felt he got hot, but then he was shooting. And I felt D'Angelo shot a little bit too much. Maybe just a little bit too much in the first half. Do you feel that? Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you feel that he was shooting a little bit too much in the first half? What I mean by that is when he was shooting a lot, it wasn't as if we were down by 12 and it was trying to find some scoring on the team and we needed him to shoot. It was still close, or we were up a little bit and he just kept shooting, right? I felt like our second unit came in, D'Angelo played even with Clarkson a little bit, and he was still shooting the ball. I felt he shot a little bit too much in the first half. It almost got our guys out of sync in the sense that they were just watching, and that led to a lot of the Lakers missing assignments on the defensive end, rebounding and whatnot. We were getting out-rebounded, I think in the first half, 42-20. Now, we ended up, it was like 53-53 in the first half. Even though D'Angelo had a big scoring first half, it was still close. And Denver has a good squad, by the way. Just shout out to Denver. Up and down their lineup, I felt that their experience was outmatching us in a sense. They were just in the right spots. They were sharing the ball. Everyone was involved in dominating at their position. Gallinari, Fareed, Will Barton, that center, Yusuf Nurkic, whatever, dude was balling. We'll talk about him in a second. Because I want to compare him to Julius Randle in a sense, and his consistency and what I expect out of Julius Randle. But anyway, shout out to Denver. They had a good game. We were kind of like third quarter, Mozgov didn't start. Mozgov was having a bad game today as well. He had a good dunk, but outside of that, I think he was almost either tired or whatnot. Luke didn't start him second half. Jose Calderon comes in, gives us some decent minutes. Shout out to Jose Calderon. I did not expect to get this type of production out of Jose Calderon. Comes in, really hitting some big shots, three-pointers, shooting over 50%, I think, from three. And in my opinion, much better than Huertas. I mean, and Jose Calderon's defense looked really decent. I mean, he's a nice-sized guard, 6'3". Played really good defense. And if he can come off the bench and score that way, I mean, shout out to him. What a big pickup. I did not expect that from him. Maybe because I didn't watch a lot of his games on the East Coast, and I didn't really know too much of Jose Calderon, but I really like him as a backup point guard. Anyway, Lakers were kind of like down. It looked like the Nuggets were going to start running away with it. They were up by like 6 or 7 points or something like that. And they were just really kind of like, their experience seemed to be outmatching the Lakers. And then comes the fourth quarter. Their second unit's in. Luke puts back in Lou Williams, and Julius Randle, I believe, started playing with some of the second unit guys. And then Lou Williams goes off for, 15 points in the fourth quarter. He turns into like Klay Thompson and goes off. Shout out to Lou Williams. And he gives us a spark. We end up taking the lead a little bit. And D'Angelo Russell comes back in the fourth quarter. And then, now here's a difference between what I mean shooting a lot and being in the flow of the game. The shots that D'Angelo Russell took in the fourth quarter, and he hit some big threes, were warranted. Like, we needed him to do that. He was shooting because we needed to extend that lead. It just felt right, in my opinion. And so shout out to D'Angelo Russell. Big game from him. Lakers needed to get out this game, and we did. We pulled away and beat Denver for the win. Now, Julius Randle had a decent game, 16. You know, he only had 4 rebounds, but offensively he looked like he was in tune, like he was more in rhythm and really looking for shots and being more composed on the offensive end. The thing about him is I just want consistency out of Julius Randle. That's all. It's all about being consistent. Now, what I said, let me talk about Yusuf Nurkic, the center for Denver. Let me just explain to you what he had. Dude's balling, right? He was picked 16th overall in the same year Julius Randle was picked 7th overall, okay? So just to put that in perspective. You can see, if you watch any of these games, this dude looks in tuned in that offense. He looks like a veteran. He looks like somebody you can count on offensively to lift your team. He was 21 points, 16 boards this game. Last game, he put up 18 and 14. The game before that against Toronto, he put up 15 and 10. Okay? Now, he was picked, he's a 3rd-year guy, picked 16th overall. Now, the difference that I expect from Julius Randle is I didn't even know about this guy until this year. I didn't even watch him last year, but I can just see right away. He looks like he knows what he's doing. He's fundamentally sound, good footwork down low. I mean, he just looks solid overall. And that's what I expect out of Julius Randle. So when somebody says, Mike, Julius Randle didn't have a bad game. He didn't have a bad game last game. Oh, he came back this game. It's like, show me consistency. Okay? Show me, it's not just how you score. It's just not the points that you score. It's the fundamentals and the level of play that I see from you. Okay? Are you making the right reads? Are you showing good footwork? Are you fundamentally sound? Are you hitting jump shots? Are you dominating at your position? There are times where Fareed was giving Julius Randle the jump shot and he wasn't taking it. He was scared. Even Stu Lance was saying that's why Julius Randle needs to work on the jumper. He was scared. And you know, it was we gutted out this win because of the circumstances. You know, Luke, I like the fact that Luke put in our starters late because it's kind of getting us ready for the season. And you know, when Denver came back with their starters, it was almost too late. But we still won the game. But I just want I still hold to my statement that I want to see a lot more consistency out of Julius Randle. Shout out to Nick Young. Somebody tweeted me, said Nick Young came off life support. He's playing well. He played well this game. He seemed like he's in tune. There were still some defensive lapses, but he tried to even do better defensively this game. So shout out to Nick Young. I know I get on him a lot. The question is, can he play on the team? It looks like he's buying into it. It looks like they're getting along. There's no riffraff, and I think maybe, you know, maybe you keep him. But if he's starting to score well like this, maybe now his value rises, and you can get something else for him, you know, in the trade. But I even joked around saying I was joking around with people on Twitter. They were saying, like, every time I talk about somebody, they come back and have a good game. I talked about D'Angelo very early last year. He comes out and balls out. I talk about Lou Williams last game. He comes out and have a good game. Turns into Klay Thompson. Talk about Julius Randle. He comes back and have a good game. Swaggy P, good game. I don't know. Maybe they're watching my videos. Maybe I should talk about Brandon Ingram because he's struggling right now. He's struggling. He looks, you know, like he needs to, like he's weak, you know, he gets bounced around a lot when he takes it to the hole. He's struggling. He's looking for a shot. It'll come. You know, there's more to be said about Brandon Ingram. He looks like a rookie. The difference is Jamal Murray is a rookie, but he looks like he's in his 5th year. And that's the difference between somebody who is not struggling versus somebody who's struggling. Right now, Brandon Ingram is struggling offensively. His length And when he locks in and he's not standing straight up defensively, he's doing well defensively, but offensively he's struggling right now. He's like 3 for 14, something like that. But when he finds his rhythm, he'll be nice off the bench. More to talk about Brandon Ingram. Don't want to make the video too long. Good win by the Lakers, good progress. We gotta do better on the boards, and I think we can wrap that up next game. We play Portland. Portland has a squad. We play Portland on Tuesday. We'll see how we do. Until next video, next game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for liking and subscribing to my videos. As always, follow me on Twitter at MikeSportsLA. We'll talk soon, guys. Peace.